Morph is a wild hero right now.
Absolutely perfect.
Helps having Abaddon with him actually too is the other thing, because you recently got that Dispel removed from his first transform. So having Abaddon is even more important against heroes like Earth Spirit that are great Spirit Vessel carriers.
Abaddon's also really good versus the Shadow Shaman 4 or 5 position, which we're not seeing.
Oh, and also a Magnetized for Dispel too. I can't be too upset if I'm OG right now. Their heroes are pretty solid.
Yeah, I was just about to say I really like Furion for Team Liquid here. The combination of the pace of the game at which you take, but also that really big nuke that comes out from Wrath of Nature can be hard for the Morphling to play. And the synergy with Razor is just crazy good.
Just because like TPing places and getting sprouts to help them chase?
Yeah, like it's the combination of being able to push lanes forward, so that Razor can focus on fighting when he wants to fight. Also, just being able to TP into his lane and just get like, even just a momentary sprout is enough to get like a much better static link.
Yeah.
And it was also something that Team Liquid have been going to a lot in their 3-4. Beastmaster ban? It is. Team Liquid wants to actually ban that. Both teams sharing their Beastmaster 3 position. Mind Control and Seb both have a lot of experience that in previous patches, and it does feel like a pretty good hero right now. I think your 3, 4s, and 5s can be greedier than they were previously.
Batrider gets banned out. That was a little interesting. Maybe they're worried about picking heroes that are going to lane well against it.
Yeah, they might have an offlaner in mind that they don't want to have that 1v1 matchup. They also can't draft it themselves against an Abaddon.
Interesting. Another way for Morph not to be able to heal.
Yeah,
is probably why they picked this here with Ice Blast.
Sick against Abaddon as well, stopping his Mist Coil healing, which is his most important part of his toolkit now, instead of the Aphotic Shield that is, it's obviously still strong, but it feels like Mist Coils just becomes such a absolutely insane ability.
Yeah, it
didn't get the big nerfs that I was expecting.
Its rise was kind of
5 seconds left.
Interesting. Abaddon kind of came, like he was basically buffed to his position that he is at right now for quite a while.
Yeah,
just there were better supports, I guess.
So with this setup of Abaddon Morphling, I can tell you I've played against this so many times. You can't have a kill combo. It's just like far too difficult to be able to get some sort of harassment on this hero with an Abaddon sitting behind him. Also, I think Abaddon is like pretty much the same hero when you have a ranged core, because then it means the cast range doesn't actually, the nerf that happened to cast range doesn't affect him as much. Because if you have a ranged hero that's already sitting near your own range creep, then that means Abaddon can sit about where he used to anyway. This lane, just when it comes to harassment and even kill potential, it's like super hard to face into. So that's going to be kind of a tough position for Earth Spirit. That might be just one of those dead lanes. For me, I think you want an offlaner that is just able to do that kind of AFK farming in lane and take advantage of the more passive nature of the Abaddon. I would point to Old 11. They drafted a lone druid for him in a similar kind of setup. Not saying that's what Liquid want, but it's that type of hero, right?
Instantly thought Warlock, but we probably won't be seeing a core on Abaddon. Or elsewise.
That would be.
I mean, they can like double adaptive strike and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely fine the way it is. Basically yells out for a melee offlane that they can pair the Grimstroke with. Similar to what they did the other day, where they did, I think, Grimstroke Beastmaster or something.
They could do Seb Centaur, right? You have the Grimstroke offensive duo. Then you also have the double edge combo. But then I think very importantly, you have the disengage tool of Centaur's ultimate against Razor and Earth Spirit.
Against all the heroes and Cold Feet.
Yeah.
And like the slows that A puts out, it literally counters all of the heroes.
Yeah.
Except for Earth Spirit, Rolling Boulder. That's the only thing. Yeah, Stampede would be excellent this game. You could double edge 2 different heroes.
That's the hype.
It's probably fine.
I mean, I personally, I never hate it when somebody has like a Lotus Orb, for example, when I'm Centaur. I'm like, I'm a double-edged machine. Do I really care if I'm casting 2 double edges?
Yep.
Nah.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Plus, double edge looks real sick with that new immortal, so.
True. Got to think about the aesthetics.
The blood is everywhere. So they need some kind of other stun setup here for the A from their other core position, whatever it's going to be. But it also wants to be something that's decent against Morphling. They'll just go for Sand King first. That'll probably be their off-lane combo with AA. Potentially. Can make it very good. Burrow Strike into Cold Feet is real good. But Aphotic Shield like hard counters that in the same vein. So I'm a little surprised they went for this, but maybe they'll just be passive and do like Sandstorm wave push kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure how successful they can be if... Like, I was wondering if they would try and go an aggro with the Razor, but I feel like it's very difficult. That's why OG picked up the Morphling second, is that it's kind of difficult in that duo specifically to really pressure him, and it feels like they're probably just going to get farm anyway. Sand King can just kind of like Sandstorm in that lane and kind of farm up. That was what my original suggestion was, but they may also want to try in the aggro tri lane and give Sand King a strong 1v1, which is where that Bat Rider ban would also come into play.
Or they could also just do like Sand King plus Earth Spirit off lane. Yeah, and then just rotate the Earth Spirit at some point somewhere else and keep A in the safe lanes.
Yeah, I think that situation, it's like you want to get Earth Spirit level 2, and then you want him to leave. Because I just don't think you can actually kill the Morphling with an Abaddon behind him.
Maybe you can kill... Yeah, I guess you'd have to go on Abaddon.
Anti-Mage.
Ooh, Anti-Mage.
Okay, it's a very similar principle to what we were talking about with Stampede, is that like if you can get away from them, it's not a big deal, and AM's never going to have to deal with the Razor static link, basically. Although it is a little interesting that they have both an AM and a Morphling. It's kind of points to like, hey guys, you might have a bit of a window here where you don't have heroes ready to fight.
I'm really weirded out because it also means they're solidifying their lanes in the fact that, I mean,
safe.
say as long as Team Liquid have... You can't really run Anti-Mage mid, right? So you're likely going to be having Morphling mid. Well, I mean, as long as Liquid have a strong 1v1 against him, right?
They might do some weird... I mean, I have no idea what to expect from OG. They could put Morph mid, they could put AM mid, they could put AM off lane if the matchup's okay. Not saying it's going to be, but...
I mean, I think, like, the only situation I possibly see that's weird is that they OG is like, hey, you remember the Pasha Morph? You know, let's try a 3-position Morphling, but I don't see Seb being that kind of player, you know? I don't think that's his kind of hero. He likes I like to see Seb on those melee initiators. I want to give him a centaur or an axe or something, you know?
Well, luckily for him, any of them got 1 armor buffs.
That's true, that's true.
They'll make one of them more.
Shout out to my girl Legion Commander.
5 seconds left.
The 1 armor buff.
Got a full set of armor, and that's all she gets on her.
Radiant pick.
So I'm kind of feeling the aggro lane again for Liquid now because of this change up with the AM, and we can try and go for some sort of 1v1. Maybe they're trying to set up the 1v1. I don't know how Morph or AM does in the 1v1 against Sand King, but then those heroes would suffer if it was just a dual lane. Like if Earth Spirit just comes over and it's a solo Morph or a solo AM, then you're probably dying.
5 seconds left.
Or getting forced out of lane at least.
They banned the Brood that Team Liquid was abusing against TNC earlier. And their last pick is going to be a Nyx. So that means we have someone's a core, either a Abaddon, Stroke, or Nyx.
Yeah.
It's a sick Nyx game. I will say that. I'm kind of liking core Nyx Assassin here just because it's so good against every single one of these heroes. Look at all of them have some sort of AoE damage that they can't really control too much. Razor has his constant passive that's going to be proccing. Sand King, the best way to set up on him. The Sand King is defending towers. He does that thing where he pops his Sandstorm in front of the tower and then hides into the trees. Guess what? Nyx is a hard counter to that. You run into the Sandstorm, popping your Spike Carapace.
Pop your dust.
He gets stunned. That stun is long enough for you to find him, get the follow-up, and oh my god!
There's the cheese.
Do you know, I was just thinking it, because OG have been banning Meepo an awful lot.
They have.
At this event as their 6th ban, and they haven't done it here.
That is
and Miracle is now going to be on the Meepo.
Sick Meepo game,
and the lineup looks so vulnerable already with the 2 cores, and one of them is an anti-mage who is just typically hard countered by Meepo.
Yeah.
Apparently Kyle called it. He was super happy. I mean, this is a lineup that is slow because you have AM Morphling. Both those heroes are susceptible to the Meepo, not just in the timing, but just the lockdown that you provide with the constant snare. The big burst of damage against both those heroes is tough. Like, I think, I don't know, Seb and Jarex are going to have to pull so much weight in this game because they have a 5 position that doesn't actually offer you anything when it comes to fighting and taking like getting pickoffs and stuff. Like whatever it is to slow down this game, their 1, 2, and 5 position can't do it. It's all the 3 and 4 that can fight at 15, 25 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So this may have to be like a super active Morphling.
What if he actually just buys eggs? What if it's like the eggs more like 4,000 gold, and then you're fighting?
Okay,
There's a
and
Sand
then you're
King on
just
the enemy
turning
team?
into a Sand King and turning into a.
That would be it's better than like the slow form.
Well, you guys can carry this on backstage, but we need to get over to our commentary teams for the Millionaires match. This match has players that have earned a staggering $32.8 million between them in esports history. It is the richest match between any players in any match anywhere on Earth. Let's get into game number 1.
Ding, mother... Prepare for battle!
That was a rich introduction from Red Eye, and really it is. Like, we've got so many great players, 10 TI winners inside of one series. This happens... I actually don't even remember the last time this happened. Teams seem to always just change straight after, like, they win, or...
Yeah.
Even OGs, like, Anna was gone, now he's back, and now playing up against TI winners from different years, obviously. Liquid, let's talk about that draft, man. They kicked off... You know, I got a bit sad because I'm like, oh god, they're gonna play a Razor, Matumberman. It's gonna be really boring in their first 4.
It looked bland, but it's very similar to what TNC did yesterday, also against OG, where you pick these first 4 heroes. As second pick, you need to ensure that your last pick can be your win condition, and you want to set the stage for it to be anything. Like, I call this Meatball because it's the dream Meatball game.
Yep.
You're a hard counter to Morph, you're a hard counter to AM, and none of the other OG heroes deal any sort of real AoE damage. And if Miracle really just plays this here, I see this as like a 95-5 outdraft. It's really just does Miracle like play Meepo? And
Yeah.
based on his history as a Dota player, I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, I was like, we had Kuro's interview beforehand, so it's like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna like, we'll eyeball it. Like this feels right, so we just go for it. Sep's now in trouble. The cold feet's able to hit, and all the body blocking, mind control will get the last hit in.
Yep.
And that's Team Liquid having the start, exactly the start they wanted.
Yeah, and just to go back through this drafting phase, like OG last ban a Brood, because that's also a threat, and that's the beauty of how Liquid drafted this, where you're in a position where you can take all of these crazy last pick heroes are scary. I think behind Meepo would have been an Alchemist. It could have been a Brood, but you don't know what to expect as OG, and definitely caught off guard here. They're going to have a tough ask, just because, once again, no real natural rotator, very low damage output. They have a Morphling and an Animage. Who's going to actually be the one to press this Miracle Meepo?
I'm uncertain. Like, even at the very beginning, though, the kill does happen over on Matumberman. Anna's quite low. GH has moved up to this top lane trying to beat him down. But they were a little uncertain if they wanted to then go help out Topson. There was a TP that came in from Notel. He ended up cancelling it to not try and defend Topson, and instead they focused on diving that top tier 1 tower. And Anna's shown he also wants to be aggressive in this lane.
But keep in mind, like, because of that pressure, Matumberman blew his TP. So he'll have to do that long walk of shame all the way back into the lane. And that kill happens because Ana actually started with Orb of Venom. And this is something more teams have been looking to do, recognizing the value of the item, because, you know, everyone's buying regen. It's very difficult to like harass people out of a lane anymore and like dominate it that way, but you can find kills so much easier with this item picked up early.
Anna, because he went for the early mana break, he can't just blink away and break that static link. But as you said, like it was great lane presence as long as he had the supports with him, but Notal was in his denying stage.
Yeah, this game is going to be a bit slow outside of this top lane, I would imagine. Bottom, it's a Nyx versus Sand King. Oh, nice stun by Mind Control to get Seb a couple tower hits. But yeah, I mean, you can look at Seb with a Tango. Without a Tango, he's got like 5 HP regen. It's just, it's a weird lane for Sand King because you can't actually beat the Nyx.
It's a Nyx assassin with just this insane regeneration. Like that's the beauty of him. This defensive tri-lane that's now begun from Liquid. GH and Kuro together. They're actually going to find Anna in the trees, but he's got Blink available now.
It's funny because the AM pick is great, and I can understand why even when they already have a morph, they would pick it up, because none of the first 4 Liquid heroes do really anything to Ogiana, but it's that Meepo pick. Like, this hero is the counter to the Anti-Mage, and if you're going to win this game as OG, you need to win this top lane, let Ana play by himself, as your support duo then looks to not just help Topson, but also chase this Meepo around the map. And checking out Miracle's previous Meepos, not something he plays very often, but when he does, it's the dream game for it, and what do you know, they win.
Yeah. Well, as long as he can keep it up this game. It's already just farming jungle, leave Topson alone. Everyone's just gone a little bit more passive. But so, what do we actually look at before we start to see the rotations? We were talking about this during the drafting phase. ES is so great moving around. When does Liquid start to actually step up the pressure? When can they, considering this laning phase?
Usually it's on the blink timing on the Meepo. What I've seen very often, and it's in fact what you've got queued up on Miracle right now, is 3 or 4 Wraith Bands into sometimes Rush E-Blade, Blink. And in some order, it's Blink E-Blade. And at that point, the Meepo is both a crazy high threat all around the map, and you're obviously still out farming everyone in the enemy team.
They're going again up on top lane. Ana focusing onto GH. It's still got 10 stick charges, that's why GH felt pretty good. Gonna miss the rolling bolt, however, caught in very, very deep. Goes in for the follow-up kick into G-Rex. G-Rex turns around for one more stroke of fate, slowing down Matoma and buying time for Ana to move forward. Liquid, they're pretty low. In fact, they're basically out of mana. Matoma underneath the tower.
Yeah.
Ana is shielded up. There should be enough pop damage once the tower attacks him to get the kill onto Matoma. Rolling boulder in. GH creates a space. Ana's being forced back again, while Abaddon will die over in the tree lines. No tail goes down to Kuro. Ana, this cold feet, the tick is there, but it's not enough. 66 HP gets back behind the tier 1 tower. Kuro will get one more attack in. That range was so long, but he connects onto Ana.
That is huge for Liquid. This is the lane that they're going to have the hardest time trading effectively in. And a big miscue from Ana, that he held his blink for a while, took a ton of drain, and then actually just kind of blinked away to end up getting clicked down anyway. He didn't blink max range. It was a very strange decision making, uncharacteristic mistake, I would say. Bounty runes in 10 seconds though, so this will benefit OG since they just respawned. They'll be able to control both top bounties. Most likely, bottom mind control already set up.
Yeah, Seb's going to spike Carapace, so he's going to early Burrow Strike and now all out mind control to get both of the bounty runes on bottom. And Kuro got the one up on top, so it actually will be a 3-1.
Yep. And I wanted to bring up as well, I liked what Liquid did, and it's partly why I think you feel forced to go for a different carry in the Anti-Mage as OG, where we have an AA, and we saw first 2 Morphling all the time, and it always boggled my mind that nobody just takes this like 1-to-1 counter, right? Morph is always going to do Morph things, but AA is the hero in all of Dota that can actually deny tops in this game, where if you get your Ice Blast off, it doesn't matter what Morph is itemized for, like you can't shift. This is, previously people were rushing Spirit Vessel, but this guy's got it built in. Only downside, of course, is that now that they've changed Chilling Touch, so it's not applicable on your own heroes. You'd think you're weak in tri-lanes, but so far Liquid proving that it's just fine.
Yeah. It's all working pretty damn fine for Liquid. Yeah. They're watching Miracle with a fresh observer. Rolling Bolt is going to connect onto Ana, and he's in trouble. Blink was on cooldown. He already used it before to escape the static link.
Oh my god, bottom.
And
just a stun burrow from the trees, and Mike
all the damage they needed.
Yeah, I mean, I said it was 95-5. Nothing's changed. It's now 98-2. I'm still going to have to favor Liquid. Obviously, OG's not out of it, but the way the strategy of Liquid in this game is near impossible for OG to deal with. They're going to have to outplay, outfarm, and in general just play flawlessly from here on out, because otherwise it's just going to be the 4 Liquid heroes running around the map. Eventually, Miracle shows up to collect a triple kill, and base is going to start dying.
Yeah, they need to hit something before that point.
Look at the wards from OG. Like, they recognize it. There's a triad all centered around the mid lane, just trying to ensure that they know exactly where Miracle is, because they recognize we cannot just let him free farm the jungle. This is like old Drow on steroids. You can't let this happen, especially when he's got such great matchups, and this heat map is not going to change. He will not be leaving his own side of the map until the items he's got in his quick buy are complete.
But they don't even look like a team that can actually go and contest this. Like, like Abaddon's going to run at you, group stroke.
Yeah, Nyx is going to invis, right? Go through the map. Who's actually slaying with him?
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't have that follow-up, and this is the way that OG drafts have always worked, right? Like, you've got this, like, it'll be either Thompson or it'll be Anna who will sacrifice himself. He'll move with the other three, he'll move with Seb with the two supports, and they just try and attack and create space for the other core to then get on board and be able to kill off whoever the hell they can find. And you're already seeing the movement now, so Seb goes into Vendetta, or actually goes in Invis and Vendetta, so double the layering.
This is exactly the problem, right? Like, Seb's here. Seb's using these wards.
Up on top, Matamen's in a lot more trouble. GH gonna rolling ball in, but now he's in the middle of 3 with no escapability. So they may just dive underneath the tower. Abaddon enables this so easily because they've got the slows, but it's also the shields. They can tank through all of this damage. And Seb's gonna find an easier target, which is Kuro.
All about the Orb of Venom, boys and girls. Make sure that this is something you look to pick up on your carry heroes, because everybody in Pro Dota is going to be doing it real soon.
Kuro's gonna die. He didn't realize he was being stalked. Anna gets bullied aggressively in Matamen's team. He don't know what's trying to. He's back in this fight. Jirax already gets himself a double kill out of this. As Miracle being involved, OG thought for a moment they were gonna get what they were looking for. A turn to a 3-man stun. That's why Miracle's getting in front and behind Seb. You get a double stun up, but Miracle will stay with him. One more attack from the Meatbro will do it. No matter how much mana Anna tried to take off him.
Oh, that's dangerous. Just more golds for Miracle. He doesn't even have to leave his side of the map mid lane. Get Thompson looking to make plays. He's taking over the Earth Spirit, chasing GH.
Yeah, he missed the rolling boulder at the very start, however, so GH was able to dodge it. He's still again with 10 stick charges.
Ooh, if that silence had come out a bit earlier, might have been able to take out Thompson, because the Morph still does dispel the cold feet. Bottom lane, yeah, my concern really, again, for OG is, like, if you look at the net worths right now, the key heroes for Liquid are ahead, and that's the Mind Control King.
Seb.
Oh, no.
Mind Control actually stuns and dodges the Impale.
It's well played.
Yeah. They didn't even see him coming, but they're moving over for just to, as you said, like, secure around the 10-minute rune mark.
Oh, nice.
They get rid of the fresh Observer Ward as well.
Yeah,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm trying to find ways for OG to get here, but I just don't see the power spike, Toby. I don't see at what point they're powerful enough to really beat Liquid around the map. Mid, Thompson's doing a great job continuously pressuring mid, punishing Miracle for those jungle rotations. But great sentries from Kuro. He's got them all in this mid lane to ensure that the Seb rotation will not be effective.
I'm with you where, like, Liquid are looking very, very strong. But this is still one OG, but it's a hero that Thompson's able to outplay somebody on. The power of the Morphling can really come to fruition. And if that creates space for Anna, who hasn't had a terrible laning phase, he's sitting at 3.7k in the net worth. Yeah, he's behind Mind Control, but he's ahead of the Razor by almost 1,000 net worth. It's the Meatbro who's the one who's going to blow out of control, but if the Nyx Assassin, who has really been, like, never really as a 3, however, but has always been that counter to any kind of initiation, could really mess with Team Liquid.
It's true, and I like this move from OG. It's a good start. They rotate completely out of bottom and look to push 2 lanes with Catapult Wave active. They're most likely going to get mid, but look,
is the Ice
not the Ice Blast.
Rooted up. He needs to wave himself away. Doesn't get up the hill, however. Is there another control? Is it Static Link? But Thompson shielded up and just walks it off. Both heroes in mid, Nortel able to keep him alive. And it's the OG staple of Nortel as well. Yeah. Shield always be there. I don't care if I die as long as my core lives.
Yep. And they will get top tower though, so Anna's still getting a lot of space. Bottom, however, Seb's getting dove.
He needs to actually go invis. Yep, he'll do it. Vendetta.
Yep. This is Liquid, they recognize, hey, we're gonna keep pressure down here, try and kill ourselves a tier 1 with a catapult. Seb looking to get the last hit tonight. Does not.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This actually feels kind of like good for OG now that top tier 1 tower's gone down. Anna can just camp himself up inside the Dire jungle, and their wards are timing out. They had an observer ward between the tier 1 and tier 2 in mid, and they have another one which is timing out inside the jungle, so they'll need to redo that vision if that's going to happen.
My concern is just that you look at the Mind Controller, he's 400, 500 away from Blink, and once he grabs that, we saw what happened middle with First
him. He's got no escape out of this one. Did anyone bring detection?
Yep,
Courier just arrived on the Courier. That's a DHL delivery right there. The Ice Blast looking for some kind of counter. The Mind Control. Burrow strikes once again. The Dust wear off in a second. Soulbind, GH, they all just come in on this one, but they're trapped together. Rolling ball forward, Zeb with another double stun, but it's Thompson Thompson, he's the real ES in this game. Moves over towards Kuro, who actually claims a triple kill out of this. Ice Blast doing most of the work. He's pushed down the hill while Anna will claim his own kill against Matumba up on top. Thompson's not done just yet. He's got another rolling boulder available. He's going to go for the kick to begin with. Kuro juking in the tree lines, and now Miracle's rotated over. Earth bind him up. Kuro wants to deliver it. Nothing. It cannot really save the Morphling. He has 3 stick charges, not enough mana for a waveform out. He was so close to it. He was short by 4 mana.
Unfortunate.
But Miracle will claim him. But still, Anna getting solo kills up on the top lane.
I mean, that's the downside of the Razor pick, and that was the one choice from Liquid you were questioning even during the drafting phase. Like,
it was also in the first 2, right?
And it's a very tough game from a Matumba, especially after the laning phase. Razor is not a hero that likes to be tri-laned, especially not against a hero like AM, who can never pressure. And it's so frustrating as a Razor, because you can't do anything to Morphling either. Nyx isn't in lanes anymore, so there's nowhere you can go and shut down an enemy core, force him to the jungle. It'll be a tough game. It just comes down to, do we believe in the Meatbow or not?
Yeah.
And Anna's having a great game, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing you can really do to itemize to go toe-to-toe with the Miracle Meatbow this game.
It's that power spike you were talking about with the Meatbow, like when he gets the Blink Dagger and E-Blade, but Miracle isn't reaching it fast enough, and you're seeing OG, they're 3 men smoking up, they're looking for something while this power isn't there from the Meatbow. All they get is through a split area. Once again, Anna is just alone up on the top.
This is like the hidden power of the Nyx Assassin. You don't know where Seb is, and if you look around the map on specifically Liquid side, they don't have sentries placed. So Miracle's playing more defensively than he would be were this any other offlaner. Even right now, if you look, he's not farming. He's just camping on towers because he has no idea where these OG heroes are. And that's the power of the Nyx. You don't necessarily need to be finding kills on the Meatbow as much as controlling vision, staying off map, and slowing him down simply by being in an unknown.
They're going to try and kill Notel on bottom. This will be known. Notel triggers the borrowed time nice and early into a shield, has TP scroll available. They don't really have a stun, but now they do. The cold feet and the borrowed, and the Burrow Strike's going to come back off cooldown. And with the Ice Blast, no way for Notel to survive. Thought he would have just TP'd out of that once the Burrow Strike and cold feet were both used, but yeah, doesn't. Dies.
Yeah, like a Matumba man, just desperately trying to get whatever he can. However, still out farming Seb. It's doable for OG. The later this game goes, the better. Meepo is very much a timing hero. You're looking to take total map dominance pretty soon, and again, it's not the most farm Meepo we've seen. This is a free game for Miracle thus far. He's got 3 kills to his name, and yet he's still only outpacing Thompson by 600 gold. This is not as fast as
Thompson. He's found Kuro, able to hit the stun. Mind Control's wondering if he gets in to help out. He's prepping the epicenter coming in. So with GH with a rolling boulder forward, he's able to get a quick silence off, and Thompson's in trouble. He'll wavefall back out again. Does not want to be involved in this fight once again. And Jirax, well, he can soul bind up, but there's nothing Notel or Seb can really do for this, especially when Thompson ended up shattering out. A great Burrow Strike from Mind Control up the hill into Seb, able to claim that stun. There's no shrine to give him that extra life to survive, so all he's got is the ability to walk it off for 2 more seconds to get that spy carapace up. Won't happen as Anna, he'll also join the fight into the back lines, but he gets rooted up, trapped up by Miracle, and they'll beat him down. He cannot blink away inside of that. And OG, the power spike arrived from Liquid, and man, did they make the most of it.
Man, I feel like the moment that engagement starts, Anna's got to get involved. He shows up so late that Miracle, who really didn't have any intention of coming down, is free to join as well. And the thing about it is, whenever you see, we see this all the time when both teams are running more of this 1-4 style, the problem is that in this game, Meepo has such a massive advantage on Animage that Anna has to change his playstyle. He's got to get involved and try and just extend the length of this game and prevent the Meepo. Like, you don't want to trade with Meepo. If he's farming, you go fight. If he's fighting, you're farming. Like, you don't want to get involved when this hero is in the area and he turns out, yeah, sure, you kill Kuro, but now you've suddenly given this huge advantage to Miracle, and that was pre-blink. Now he's got one, and it's so much easier for them to start playing Dota. We'll finish it in just a second, but Meepo farms fast.
Still feel like that fight would have been so much more different if the Ice Blast can connect from Kuro.
Yes, definitely.
Like this ability, if it misses, it feels like OG have a chance to fight. But Thompson can connect up by that. Oh, very quick silence. No Spike Carapace to save, but there will be no tail to save.
Yeah,
allowing the Spike Carapace to kick in.
It goes back to this, like, these mechanics, right? Where, you know, it's like if you're playing against PA and you have a Viper and you have easy break, you stand another Toxin, PA can't play Dota. You have similar mechanics here where OG have answered both huge core, or sorry, Liquid have answered both huge cores of OG. Where Morphling, nothing you can do, there's an AA in the game. We have answers for you forever, Thompson. Ana, there's a Meepo. Like, it's just so hard for either one of these superstar players to have the game impact that we're used to seeing.
That's unfortunate for Mind Control. He looked right. Matumba, look middle. He's going to go down pretty fast as the swell connects. Razor trapped up on the high ground, but he's pretty damn tanky. Yeah. That's a Hood of Defiance on him, not to mention all the other stats that are with him.
And there's the Meepo.
That was his blink reveal.
Yep. You blink in, you spam root, and Anti-Mage is dead. Ana, when he gets the Manta, yeah, it's just tough. If this was a mag game for Seb, and Ana was able to go for like Vlad's Manta build and sort of match the timing of the Liquid draft, I'd feel way more confident.
And they're both building for it, like both Thompson as well as Ana. They're both building for this Manta, and Thompson's almost done it. He just needs a little bit more time to farm.
OG not out of it. This is good. They want to ensure they defend, but here comes Mind Control.
Yeah,
right? There it is.
Jumps in right on top of the target, and Thompson again hit by the Ice Blast. He waveforms away. He still got triggered by it. He gets hit hard by it, but Miracle, it doesn't matter. He's playing popping through the back. He'll root up No Tail. He had no borrowed time to survive, and Miracle with a double kill racks up now. He's 7th for this game.
Yeah, remember the power spike? This is it. You just go. Mind Control, you just go. If you can get that initial stun lock and have Miracle able to follow up, you're always going to win these engagements because a core is dying. The supports of OG, as we said, they don't have damage. You can't touch Miracle anymore once one of your cores goes down. And that first fight win, you get a tower, you get Roche. The next fight win, they're getting tier 3 racks.
Yep. Going towards Roshan, easy to do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, mid tier 1 for OG is still full health, but
bottom tower.
Where's the team fight?
It doesn't exist right now. Like, you're right. Like, until the Manta is up on the enemy, he can't get involved in this engagement. The Ice Blasts continue to connect on the hero. GH trying to follow up with Mind Control to get the catch onto Seb. But he's already back well behind the towers.
Look top. You can see Miracle. He TPs his real morph in. Thompson can't go that one more wave. Yeah, he's thinking about it though, but luckily there is a ward up, so he didn't see the Meepo rotate.
OG do have some good range clearance just because they have that power of the Grimstroke.
But here's the thing, Miracle, he just hit level 18. He's got that 4th Meepo. Maybe he'll forget about it, make a mistake. OG could punish.
Maybe. Anna's taking his time on the bottom lane. Again, just removing himself from the picture. Just keep farming up bottom lane. The top 3 networks, Meepo's up high, but because he's taking so much on the map, SK as well as Razor do drop down. So these type of kills, maybe they're possible. There's that little Miracle Meepo that Seb's trying to kill off, but they can't do it. Thompson's in trouble. He'll get popped down again.
And
oh boy, there's just too many miracles.
He just got bored of playing Dota. After that 1v5 yesterday, he's trying to get another one of those solo rampages. Although his team is getting involved.
Yeah, no, he should have killed No Tail.
Radiant's middle tower's not feeling the love. Radiant's middle tower's under attack.
What have we here?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Illusion!
Killing spree. Ownage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower had a run-in with the Dire. Radiant structures are fortified.
Godlike. Onage.
middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. How did you do that? Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble. Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen. That's what it gets being so far away. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ownage.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom tower don't look good. Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Shiny!
Tribute to my house. Goodness.
I'm
Onage.
not even winded. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble. Dire's top tower just got denied. Bad luck for the Radiant.
Mega kill. Onage. Onage.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It happened again.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top trouble. This might be the last look Radiant gets at their bottom barracks. Radiant's bottom barracks is falling. Let's step in its bottom barracks has fallen.
There they go. Onage.
I guess size ain't everything, huh? How it is.
Killing spree. Onage. Goodness.
They should call you Egg Mate.
It happened again. Double kill.
Meepow! Radiant's middle tower's not feeling the love. Radiant's middle tower had a run-in with the Dire